Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I am the Awakening Empath, and today I wanted to do something different to jump on here and just kind of talk to you. Kind of like a vlog. I thought about whether or not I wanted to do this on this channel, but I think it just makes sense for me to kind of show my authentic self, who I am, what I'm going through, and I think me being open about my journey and where I am will potentially, hopefully, help somebody else. I think it's super easy to jump on and do videos and pretend like everything is always great when really it's not. Who can say that life is always wonderful? I think the first point that I realized something was different about me was really probably, I think it was the fourth grade. Hands down, fourth grade, they had everyone line up and get on the scale, and I remember clearly that I was one of maybe 2 or 3 kids at that time, that got on the scale and was over 100 pounds. And it was the biggest deal to kids. They made the biggest deal about it. And I remember at that point actually feeling different and feeling uncomfortable. You're so young at the time, I don't think you have a concept of what weight is and how to lose weight. The next time around where I remember it being an issue was 8th grade, and it came to 8th grade graduation and getting your cap and gown. And I remember ordering the gown. They asked for your weight and height, and at that point I was just over 200 pounds at the age of 13, give or take, 8th grade. And I remember it being an issue then and thinking, okay, I'm even bigger now. I knew I was definitely bigger. I think at the time, now you would classify me as being thick. And just in thinking about it, I mean, I'd had a boyfriend, I'd had some guys kids kind of interested in me, but I was never the girl that got picked. Kind of always ended up on the sidelines compared to other of my friends and things like that. So at that point, I was going through a lot of stuff emotionally. I had recently, at the time, been diagnosed with manic depression, which as a 13-year-old, I don't think you can diagnose a kid with manic depression. I mean, come on. Any teenager is going to have mood swings and ups and downs. I think that's just part of life. But I was really struggling with the fact that I was being raised by a single mom. My dad pretty much abandoned me in my childhood and continues to this day not be involved. So I had an abandonment issue. Never really realized how much I turned to food to make myself feel better. I was in Catholic school, and I went to make a transition and started public high school. I was really looking at that to be a new opportunity for me, kind of rebrand who I was getting out of the Catholic school setting, which wasn't the most positive experience for me. I had definitely stuck out having a young single mom as a parent instead of being from a wealthier 2-parent household. It was clear to me my last few years there that I just didn't fit in, which is difficult being in middle school and going into teenage years, knowing that you just don't fit into the crowd. So now fast forward almost to my senior year of college, I had a friend of mine. She was looking to kind of try and lose weight, so we both decided to take a weightlifting class together, where you were in the gym for 2 days a week working out, and you were to make a plan, goals for the semester. That was kind of my first experience with really working out on my own and taking a class, which I think was helpful, but it still was really difficult to be in the college atmosphere, living on my own, and trying to eat healthy when you were going to a huge cafeteria with all these selections. And so at that point, that's where I got on a scale, and for that class, and I realized I had hit 262. I knew at the time it was a problem. I wasn't happy with where I was physically, and wanted to make a change. So again, this point I'm at 262. College ends and I move back home looking for a job. And at the time, really wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my career, where I wanted to go, what I was doing. I ended up working on an inpatient behavioral health psychiatric unit. So when I started working at the inpatient behavioral health unit, I was working nights, which was not ideal. I am not meant to work nights. I love my sleep. I joined Weight Watchers. So again, at that point, I was still 262. That was kind of my cap. I had said I would never let myself go over that weight. I was successfully able to lose 35 pounds doing Weight Watchers, working nights. I was getting a Dunkin' Donuts coffee going into work at midnight. I would drink that and maybe have some snacks like some nuts, just nuts, I think peanut butter crackers, Fiber One bars, use that to get me through the night. I would go home, go to sleep for a couple hours, and then maybe have like an egg sandwich once I woke up, and then restart all over again. So I really was not using healthy eating habits when I was on Weight Watchers. I may have been within the points, but I definitely was not incorporating healthy, nutritious foods, doing anything that I needed to be doing. So now, fast forward from there, that lasted a couple of months being on the psych unit. I was very active, which meant I was moving a lot more, which helped the weight come off at that point. But I recognized that behavioral health was not for me. Being an empath, I was bringing home all of my clients and cases mentally and emotionally. I was drained. I was working with the adolescents. I saw kids get dropped off and their parents, foster parents, say, I can't deal with them anymore. Good luck. I had kids that tried to kill their siblings, kids that were sexually assaulted, kids that tried taking their own lives. It just was too much for me to handle. At the time, I was only 21. I was not prepared to be in that situation and dealing with such heavy things. So I went and got an office job working as the assistant to the CEO of a company, which meant I went from a super active working 8 hours a day job to sitting at a desk for 8 hours. So naturally, the pounds just gained right back on. I jumped back up to that 262 number during my time working there. And I stayed steady at that number for like 5 or 6 years. That seems to be where I always had kind of ended up. Flash forward now to about the time of my awakening, and when I started realizing that things weren't right, my past relationship in November 2018, broke up with him and knew I still was not happy with my body. I wasn't happy with who I was at the time. Again, joined Weight Watchers. I lost about 10 pounds on my own and then made the decision, okay, it's time for me to get to the gym. I started weightlifting November 2018 and was able to drop, I want to say I dropped about 20 pounds during that time. So I went from 265 to about 245 through Weight Watchers and the gym, which was a really great accomplishment if you ask me. I was doing it all the right way. I was focused on eating cleaner, non-processed foods, tracking what I was doing, working out 4 days a week. But I am someone, when it comes to fitness and weight loss, I get lost in what everyone else is telling me I should be doing. So at the time, the gym was running a special New Year's program where they would provide you with a nutrition plan, and your coach would check in with you twice a week. And so I tried this program, and it just totally confused my way of thinking, what I was trying to accomplish. It just wasn't working for my lifestyle, and I felt really defeated. I felt like I was failing myself. I felt like I was failing my trainer. There was just this giant weight on my shoulders and guilt, and it made the whole process so much harder. And so I feel like at this point, I wasn't trying to lose weight out of love for myself. I was trying to lose weight because I felt like I should. It wasn't because I wanted to. It wasn't, it just wasn't out of love. It was because of the societal pressures. So now, as the gym program comes to a close, I meet my boyfriend and we start dating, and everyone I think I've ever talked to, unless you're really disciplined, gains weight when you're in a new relationship. So my boyfriend and I each put on 20 pounds. When is this? March 2019. We both put on 20 pounds slowly throughout the year as we started dating. And during this entire time, I'm still on and off again, trying to diet, trying to change my lifestyle, trying to make changes, but it just didn't matter. Started thinking, okay, it's time to really get back into the swing of things, get to the gym, and decided I was just gonna follow my own nutrition plan, track on my own, do my own thing. And along comes COVID-19. Thank you, COVID, because I have officially gained the COVID-19. Today, the date of July 13th, I am telling you that I weigh 280 pounds. I think it's important to be honest. I can get on whatever video I want and talk about being healthy and health and spirituality and eating clean foods, and it's just not that simple. The cravings are still there. It's not a magic pill that I just decided, I'm not craving cookies anymore. It's something you have to work at, and it's something you really have to focus on. So I want to be vulnerable on this channel, and I want to be honest about where I'm at. And I am looking forward to integrating my weight loss journey into this channel, being open and honest about where I am, what I am doing, and hopefully I can help others and inspire others. If you have followed this video through to the end, I greatly appreciate it. I hope you like and comment this video and stick around to watch my journey, and hopefully you can lose some weight with me. Thank you. Again, I am the Awakening Empath, and please make sure to check out my channel. Thank you.